Let's be honest. Being an INFJ is like living in two worlds at once. There's the world we physically live in, the noise, the chaos, the everyday routines. And then there's the invisible world, the undercurrent of thoughts, feelings, and intentions that most people overlook. That's the world INFJs naturally operate in. We don't try to go there. It's just where we live. And that's exactly why people feel exposed around us. Not because we're trying to uncover secrets, not because we're interrogating anyone, but because we just see things deeply, intuitively, quietly. And when you're someone who's used to hiding your real self behind masks, walls, or performance, being truly seen can feel terrifying. Let me explain. 1. We are masters of empathy. This isn't the Hallmark version of empathy. I mean real, bone-deep empathy. INFJs don't just understand emotions, we absorb them. When someone around us is angry, we feel it like heat. When they're anxious, it buzzes in our chest. When they're heartbroken, it weighs us down too. That's not something we turn on and off. It's our baseline. So when someone walks into a room pretending everything's fine, but inside they're barely holding it together, we know. We feel it. And suddenly, they're standing in front of someone who can see through the smile. And that's scary. 2. We notice everything, especially body language. You scratched your neck when you lied. You crossed your arms when you got defensive. You smiled, but your eyes didn't join in. INFJs don't even have to think about it. We pick it all up unconsciously. Your posture, your tone, your nervous tics. They tell us everything. You might think you're hiding your true feelings, but your body is shouting it, and we're fluent in that language. 3. We just know when someone's lying. Some people need evidence. We need energy. A subtle delay in your answer, an awkward shift in your tone, a sentence that doesn't match the vibe. Our gut locks in. Something's off, and we don't even always know how we know it. It's not magic. It's not paranoia. It's pattern recognition and emotional fluency rolled into one, and it makes us very hard to fool. 4. We see the masks people wear, and what's behind them. Everyone wears a mask. Some wear the "I've got it all together" mask. Some wear the "I'm tough, nothing gets to me" mask. And some just wear whatever they think people expect of them. But here's the thing. INFJs can see right through those masks. It is not about being judgmental. It is just that we see the difference between who someone is and who they pretending to be. And even if they've never admitted that difference to themselves, we've already felt it. 5. We hear the truth hidden between the lines. INFJs don't just hear what people say. We hear what they don't say. The pauses, the careful wording, the avoidance, the emotional gaps between words. You said, "I'm fine," but your tone was hollow. You said, "It's not a big deal," but your hands were trembling. You changed the subject quickly. We heard everything. 6. We can tell when we're not really welcome. Maybe you invited us to your party out of politeness. Maybe you smiled and said, "Stay as long as you like," but your eyes said, "Please leave." INFJs don't need dramatic cues to know when we're not wanted. We feel it in the smallest shift of tone, the brief tension in your voice, the awkward silence after we speak. We'll never call you out, but we'll quietly pack up and leave. Because we know. We always know. 7. We spot contradictions instantly. Say one thing, do another. We notice. INFJs have a deep sensitivity to alignment. If you preach kindness but act cruelly, if you claim to value honesty but tell white lies constantly, we feel the dissonance like a song out of tune. It unsettles us, and often unsettles the people we're watching too. 8. Manipulation doesn't work on us. We're like emotional lie detectors. Gaslighting, guilt-tripping, subtle control games, they usually fall flat with INFJs. Why? Because we've studied human nature since we were kids. We see the strings behind the puppet show. And when we call it out, even gently, manipulators feel exposed. 9. We sense pain even when it's buried deep. You're laughing. You're joking. But your soul feels heavy. We can tell. It's like your spirit is off-center. Your light has dimmed. Even if you never tell us what's going on, we carry some of that weight with you because we already feel it. 10. We recognize patterns others miss. You've canceled plans 3 times this month. You flinch every time your dad calls. You change the subject every time someone brings up your old job. We don't need years to figure someone out. A few subtle repetitions and we can often predict the emotional rhythm of someone's life. And when they realize we've figured them out, make people uncomfortable. Because when everyone else is just going with the flow, we're the ones quietly asking, but is this really okay? 16. Our moral compass doesn't wobble. It's not about being self-righteous. But when we see injustice, cruelty, or manipulation, we can't unsee it. That quiet moral clarity we carry, it can be intimidating, because it reminds people of the values they've compromised. 17. We face uncomfortable truths without fear. Others look away. We lean in. Whether it's about a person, a system, or our own shadow side, INFJs want the truth, even when it hurts. And when we speak that truth aloud, it can be jarring to those who have spent their lives avoiding it. 18. We understand the big picture. While others get lost in the moment, INFJs zoom out. We connect today's behavior to tomorrow's consequences. We link a person's choices to their deeper patterns. We see how seemingly random events fit into something larger. And for someone who wants to live in denial, that clarity can feel invasive. 19. Our gut instinct is uncannily accurate. If something feels off, it probably is. And when we speak up about it, others may laugh at first, until we're proven right. That gut feeling makes us natural protectors. But it also makes people realize, oh, I can't hide anything from them. 20. We're peaceful until we're pushed too far. Most INFJs avoid conflict. But when you push us past our limit, when there's abuse, betrayal, or manipulation, we will speak. And when we do not hold back. We won't yell, but we will bring truth with the weight of 1,000 observations. And that truth can feel like exposure in its rawest form. 21. We know when someone is hiding their true desires. Someone says they're happy, but we see the longing in their eyes. They say they're fine staying where they are, but we feel their hunger for more. And sometimes, that unspoken recognition is enough to shake someone to their core. 22. Silence speaks volumes to us. Some people need words. INFJs need stillness. We read emotions even when someone hasn't said a thing. You're sitting quietly, but we can feel the storm inside. You may not say it, but we know. 23. We dive beneath the surface of behavior. You snapped at your friend, but we know it's about how your dad treated you. You're obsessed with work, but we see that you're scared of being alone. We aren't just reading the what, we're understanding the why, and that level of emotional insight is more than most people are used to. 24. We decode speech like a second language. Word choice, pauses, contradictions. They all tell us something. Someone can speak for 5 minutes, and we'll catch the one phrase that reveals what's really going on. It's not about being clever. It's about being present. 25. We recognize guilt without needing confession. Even if someone's never said a word about it, we feel the weight of what they carry. The regret, the shame, the choices they've buried. We don't judge, but we do see it. And that silent seeing, it's powerful. So, why do people feel exposed around INFJs? Because we don't just look, we see. We don't just hear, we feel. We don't just talk, we understand. And while that might feel intense to some, to others, it's a gift. A rare chance to be known without judgment, to be seen without performance, to finally take off the mask. And if you're still listening to this, maybe you're one of us, or maybe you've been seen by one of us before. Either way, welcome to Herox Dose. If you felt understood by this video, go ahead and subscribe. We've got more coming, deeper, wiser, and realer than ever. And if you're curious, the next video covers 30 signs you might be an INFJ. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.